Out here in rural Colorado, we take our rights, our property, and our llamas pretty seriously. But no one told our HOA that before they tried to turn my ranch into a suburban strip mall and got chased into the sheriff's cruiser for their trouble. Let me explain how a shed, some paranoia, and two very protective llamas named Diesel and Clover caused the most ridiculous HOA disaster this county has ever seen. I own a 12-acre ranch just outside of Boulder, where I live with my wife, daughter, 5 horses, and a small flock of chickens. I also have a custom-built gun shed, not a bunker, not a compound, just a well-secured outbuilding I use for hunting rifles, tools, and gear. Totally legal, registered, and inspected. It's tucked neatly behind my barn, built to code, and looks like any other outbuilding, unless you're a bored HOA board member with too much time and a clipboard full of assumptions. Last fall, we had new neighbors move in from California. Nice enough folks, except for the wife, Cynthia, who got herself elected to the HOA within 6 weeks and started acting like she was running a gated community instead of a working ranch neighborhood. One day, I get a knock on the door. Cynthia, clipboard in hand, looking like she just smelled a fart. "Mr. Tucker, we've had some concerns about your shed." I raise an eyebrow. "The tool shed? The firearms storage structure?" "Yes," she said it like that. She claimed it violated the spirit of the neighborhood, whatever that means, and that it made other residents feel unsafe. I explained that I was a licensed owner, that the shed was on private land, and that she had zero authority over it. 3 days later, I got a notice from the HOA demanding I dismantle the shed or face daily fines. Instead, I printed the Second Amendment, laminated it, and nailed it to the shed door. That weekend, I'm out feeding horses when I hear tires crunching gravel behind the barn. I walk around and see 2 HOA board members, Cynthia and her husband Todd, inside my fence line, poking around the shed and taking pictures with their phones like they're building a case for CSI. I wasn't the first to notice them. Diesel and Clover, my 2 guard llamas, were already halfway across the field. Ears up, eyes locked in, moving fast. Now, if you've never seen llamas get territorial, let me tell you, they don't bark, they don't growl, they charge. Cynthia shrieked when she saw them. Todd dropped his phone. They took off running, but llamas are fast. Diesel was on their heels, herding them like woolly missiles. I was about to intervene when, miraculously, the county sheriff pulled up, called, ironically, by them to report a weapons stockpile. He parked just in time to see Cynthia and Todd sprint past him, dive behind the cruiser, and beg for help as my llamas stood tall, snorting and glaring. The sheriff just leaned on the hood and chuckled. "Guess they didn't read the Do Not Trespass sign." "Huh?" I showed him my permits. He glanced at the shed, then at the HOA duo, now covered in llama spit and hay. "Everything looks good here. As for them," he turned, expression deadpan. "Would you like to press trespassing charges?" I didn't. Watching them get chased off my property by 2 angry livestock was satisfying enough. After word got around, the HOA was humiliated. At the next meeting, neighbors voted to limit the HOA's jurisdiction to the front yards and common areas only. No more drama over barns, sheds, or livestock. Cynthia and Todd? Quiet ever since. Rumor has it, they're thinking of moving somewhere more controlled. Probably a gated community with no llamas. Diesel and Clover, meanwhile, are local legends. People bring them carrots at the farmer's market. We even had shirts printed, "Guard Llamas Don't Mississippi." And the shed? Still standing. Still legal. Still mine.